Welcome to today's video, where we dive into one of the most intense manhunts in Canadian history. Join us as we uncover the story of the Mad Trapper of Rat River, a mysterious fugitive who led law enforcement through the unforgiving Arctic in a daring escape that captivated the nation. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on more incredible stories like this one. 1. The Mysterious Stranger. In December 1931, an unidentified man arrived in the remote Yukon wilderness of northern Canada, setting up a secluded cabin near Rat River. He kept entirely to himself, never interacting with others in nearby settlements and shunning any attempts at conversation. Locals grew suspicious of the stranger's secretive behavior and contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. When the Mounties came to investigate, they found a man with no clear identity, refusing to answer questions. He seemed to carry a grudge against the outside world and made it clear that no one was welcome near his isolated hideout. The tension between the man and the Mounties marked the beginning of what would become one of the most famous manhunts in Canadian history. 2. The First Confrontation. When the Royal Canadian Mounted Police tried to question the stranger again, he reacted with open hostility, escalating the situation. He became confrontational and refused their request to surrender his firearms, a standard law in the area. In a sudden turn, gunfire erupted as he fiercely defended his cabin. The Mounties had no choice but to retreat, realizing that they were up against a determined adversary with a willingness to use violence. This first confrontation marked the man as a wanted fugitive, now known as the Mad Trapper, and law enforcement began preparations for a manhunt. This moment not only shocked the small community, but also set in motion a hunt that would test the limits of both the fugitive and the police. 3. The brutal Arctic conditions. With winter fully set in, the pursuit moved into the harsh and frigid Yukon wilderness. The Mad Trapper had the advantage, as he was accustomed to the unforgiving landscape and could move through snow and ice with ease. Temperatures regularly dipped to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, with blizzards and high winds adding to the challenge. The Mounties faced not only the deadly cold but also treacherous terrain filled with frozen rivers, dense forests, and steep cliffs. The fugitive, however, seemed to thrive in these conditions, leaving behind minimal tracks and moving swiftly across snow-covered ground. While law enforcement struggled to keep up, the Mad Trapper seemed almost superhuman in his ability to survive, pushing the Mounties to their physical and mental limits. 4. Outwitting the law. Despite having multiple Mounties and local guides on his trail, the Mad Trapper consistently managed to evade capture. Using survival tactics and expert knowledge of the wilderness, he stayed one step ahead. The Mounties found themselves frustrated at every turn as he left false trails, traveled at unpredictable hours, and even backtracked to throw them off. His ability to outmaneuver experienced trackers and survive in the wilderness without supplies amazed those following the case. The Mounties realized they were dealing with an exceptionally cunning and resourceful opponent. This constant evasion kept the Mounties guessing, making the chase both a physical and psychological battle that left the police increasingly frustrated. 5. Widespread public fascination. As word of the manhunt spread, the public became captivated by the ongoing chase. Newspapers across Canada and the United States covered the story, drawing readers in with each new development. The mystery surrounding the Mad Trapper's identity and his ability to survive against all odds intrigued readers everywhere. Some saw him as a villain, while others admired his fierce independence and skill. The press dubbed him the Mad Trapper of Rat River, a name that only added to the lore. The Mounties, under increasing pressure to capture the fugitive, found their actions and decisions scrutinized in the media, adding a new level of intensity to the already tense manhunt. 6. The Mounties increased their force. As the chase dragged on, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police knew they needed more support to apprehend the Mad Trapper. They called in reinforcements, including skilled marksmen, dog sled teams, and even airplanes, making it one of the largest mobilizations in Royal Canadian Mounted Police history. The addition of airplanes marked a major turning point, allowing the Mounties to cover ground more efficiently and scout areas that were previously unreachable. The fugitive, however, adapted quickly, using tree cover and snowdrifts to shield himself from aerial view. Despite these reinforcements, the Mad Trapper proved difficult to pin down, evading every strategy and forcing the police to rethink their approach continuously. 7. The final stand. After nearly a month of pursuit, the Mounties finally cornered the Mad Trapper in February 1932 near Eagle River. A deadly shootout ensued, with both sides exchanging gunfire in the frigid, desolate landscape. The Mounties quickly realized that their opponent was heavily armed and dangerously skilled, using cover and moving strategically to avoid their shots. The intense battle tested the Mounties' resolve, as they faced a man who was willing to go down fighting. After hours of gunfire, the confrontation ended when the Mad Trapper was fatally shot. The manhunt was over, but the mystery surrounding the fugitive's identity and motives lingered, leaving more questions than answers. 8. Unmasking the fugitive. In the aftermath of the shootout, the Mounties examined the Mad Trapper's belongings, hoping to uncover his true identity. However, they found no identification, no letters, and no clues to his past. The man was buried in a nameless grave, his identity remaining a mystery. Decades later, attempts to analyze his remains with modern forensic techniques revealed some details about his physical condition, but failed to solve the puzzle of his origins. The Mad Trapper's life before Rat River remains shrouded in secrecy, fueling ongoing speculation and theories. Its story endures as one of the great unsolved mysteries of the Canadian wilderness. 9. Legacy and legend. The legend of the Mad Trapper has endured through the years, captivating storytellers, historians, and adventurers. The tale has inspired books, documentaries, and even movies, each exploring different aspects of the story and speculating on the fugitive's origins. Some have romanticized his survival skills and ability to evade capture, seeing him as a symbol of rugged independence. Others view him as a tragic figure, haunted by a past that drove him to isolation. Today, the Mad Trapper of Rat River represents the extreme limits of human endurance and resilience. His story preserved in Canadian folklore as a cautionary tale of survival and mystery. 10. The enduring mystery. Despite years of speculation, the true identity of the Mad Trapper remains unknown, a mystery that continues to spark curiosity. Some believe he was a fugitive from a distant place, hiding a dark past, while others suggest he was simply a recluse with a deep distrust of others. His story has become a part of Canada's national folklore, symbolizing both the allure and danger of the wilderness. The Mad Trapper's tale is a reminder of the lengths one person can go to in order to escape authority and live on their own terms, even at the ultimate cost. The unanswered questions about his life ensure that his story remains one of Canada's most haunting and enduring legends. Thank you for watching this incredible story of survival and mystery. The Mad Trapper's story is one of defiance, endurance, and the enduring enigma of the human spirit. If this tale fascinated you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more gripping stories, and stay tuned for our next adventure.